It is your boy Salim from Notorious Reactions back with another banger. Now, listen to me clearly, man. Road to 1,000 subscribers. I can only do it with your help. So if you like the content, if you like what you're hearing, please do me the favor of subscribing for more content. And without further ado, we're going to be reacting to Tucker Carlson defending Andrew Tate. Let's see what he has to say. Let's go.
So Andrew Tate, who I'm not, an intimate friend of or anything, I've talked to him.
You had him on the show, right?
I had him on the show, yeah, for like 40 minutes, and then I've talked to him just personal offline once or twice. He's first of all, he's really smart. Like, that's completely real.
100%.
And I'm almost 54, so I'm really old. So there are parts of what he says that are like so far out of my world or context or experience that, like, as you get older, you're like, I'm not exactly sure what this means.
Like OnlyFans and shit, right?
Right. I was like, what? That whole, so there's a lot. I will just say it. I'm just being honest. There's some that I miss. About Andrew Tate, but the spirit that animates Andrew Tate is very clear and very obvious, and it's not a malicious spirit at all. Andrew Tate's core message is respect yourself, act like you're worth something, achieve something, do something, get the fuck off the couch, put down the porn, like, go do something with your life. You're given this amazing thing, your life, and what are you going to do with it? And I feel like that's the greatest message that anyone could give. And I mean, that's how I read Andrew Tate's message. So of course, it just tells you everything about the people in charge, that's threatening. How is that threatening?
Yeah.
That's self-improvement. Now, you may not agree with or understand some things that Tate says, which is where I am. Like, what?
And Tucker touches on something that's very important. With all the jokes and hyperbolic statements aside that Andrew makes, it's hard to tell if, for everybody when he jokes and when he does not joke. But you can tell, like he said, that his spirit is not malicious. And he, overarchingly, most of what he says is very positive. Like he said, he wants guys to be better, make more money, be in shape, and stop sedating yourself with all the modern ways that have been put in your hand for you to be less of a man. Stop fapping, stop overeating, stop being lazy, get off your ass and stop video games and go live your life in the real life. That's what he's saying. And like he said, the powers that be, whoever's in charge, does not like that. Because as we've covered in the other video with the public education school system, everything he's prescribing is to create or helps you become an independent thinker, a man. And there's nothing that the state or whoever is in charge fears more than a people that can think for themselves, because that's going to destroy the structure that's currently being held.
But that's not the point. The point is, what is he underneath it all? What is he saying? He's saying, respect yourself. You are worthy of respect. Live in a way where others will respect you. That is the most needed message anyone can hear. So of course they have to figure out a way, but why would they want to? It tells you everything about the people. So I'll say the most interesting thing about Andrew Tate is not Andrew Tate. It's the reaction to Andrew Tate. Why is that bad? I have a son. If someone told my son, respect yourself, be worthy of respect, get up early, exercise, achieve something, I'd be like, thank you. I mean, that's the message I give my son anyway, because I'm a father. So the interesting thing about Tate is that is considered threatening. Why would that be threatening?
Right.
Because you don't want an independent, self-respecting population in your country. That's why. And so they've like, oh, Andrew Tate's a sexual harasser. The same people who, were on Pedo Island with Epstein, the same people who are friends with Harvey Weinstein are like, oh, we're protecting women. Really?
You think? I always try to understand this though. Where does that come from? Because that's such a high level thing. Like, let's destroy a guy that's trying to, like, I feel like it's improved society. Like,
because
his influence is too powerful.
No, but I'm saying who? Like, what group? Like, where does that come from?
So I would say, in the short answer is I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. But all I know is what I read and see, and it's from what I can tell, on the basis of my limited knowledge, this is a conspiracy of like-minded instincts.
And we got to break this down, because a lot of times it sounds like it's ludicrous, but if you think about it, there's always, at every step of human history, been a few that controlled, the majority. But in order for the system that's been designed to work, they have to perpetuate some sort of a system that makes them more money. They have to be able to milk the cow constantly, but the cow can't die. We have to feed it, right? So we have to feed it in a way that makes it submissive to us. We have to feed them bad information. We have to give them things to fight about, or things to worry about, while we keep pulling the strings behind the scenes. And as a part of the whole regimen, to keep the cow, which obviously I'm not talking about no cow, we have to make him believe certain things. And Andrew Tate seems to be what's feared by the system once again, because it's going to wake up the cow and have it realize that it's being milked for what it creates, and that everything that's being done at the moment is not in its best interest. That's why he must be eliminated. That's why we have to pin anything and everything we can find on him to make him shut up.
It's not that every douchebag in the world has a conference call every morning to decide how we can suppress the human spirit, but all of them have the same reaction to Andrew Tate. It's like, oh, he's speaking to young men and he's telling them, stop being passive, do something impressive with your life, act, not to overthrow the government, but just be a man.
Yeah.
And that is so threatening to them that, and I'm talking about the media, heads of state, which are the two main players in this ongoing effort to suppress and degrade and to kill the spirit of the population, that they act effectively as one. They do. And I'm sure that there's very clearly coordination among different elements of this group, but the people who are benefiting from the way our society, not just in the United States or Canada, but throughout the West, is organized, the people who are the beneficiaries of that, all the people with bullshit jobs who work at NBC News or some stupid nonprofit that's doing the Atlantic Council. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All people whose jobs are effectively unjustifiable. Like, what are you doing exactly to make this a better, freer, more prosperous society? Oh, they have no answer because they're not doing anything. They're doing the opposite. All of those people see Andrew Tate and they're like, that guy has to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So they make this completely fake video about how he raped some woman who turns out to be his girlfriend.
You see, and like he said, and I'm going to finish on that, is not that the media and the outlets are the main players. I'd say, to me at least, I think they're the outlets being used, and that the people that are behind this will never show their faces. But like he said, right, they're going to use these ways. And the mere fact that him speaking things that really make sense or logical, that are not out of the ordinary, irks people to this degree, tells you everything you need to know about the current state of the West. I'll leave it at that. If you like the content, subscribe, share, like the video, and like I said, road to 1,000. See you later.